Becoming multidimensional. Everything I've experienced on this earth that has contributed to my life I now have to release. That's the process of becoming an extraterrestrial again. I have had to let go of things that were near and dear to me because they don't suit me as an ET, and that includes family. My mind is more extraterrestrial than it is old 3D human. I retain only as much as I need to in order to get through a day on Earth, and that, by the way, is the role of the ego. Nothing more than that. Otherwise I am a vegan consciousness. Some of the things I'm still looking at giving up are totally crazy, or it would seem so I know I'm going through a process of understanding that it's necessary to undergo this change and to release this. Eventually, I'll understand. It's nuts. Becoming multidimensional is about learning to relate to the universe as you walk on the earth. You're here to bring the universe to this planet, and everything you have learned about Earth life only stands in the way of that. In antiquity, living on Earth was never about living on Earth. It was about being a multidimensional living on Earth, and that's a totally different ballgame, I'm finding. Peace of mind comes when you align with and refuse to live anything other than your truth. Nothing I ever thought life was is actually true. Not a bit of it. My truth is Vega. And so I have to let all go here on Earth, especially that reminds me of my past or comes from the past. This is their world, not mine. I have to let it go. I'm blown away at how single-minded you have to be in order to ascend. Other than the basics, life around you can't matter anymore. Especially, I suppose, when you are going back to your home planet and people. Except in the case of having to do work on Earth, to help Earth, raid a base, rescue people on the planet, deal with dark entities, and calm war zones. That we do in the Archangel Michael group, which is channeled here on Sundays. All that matters is them. Anything on Earth that's happening other than your life's work is a distraction to hold you back. Anything. Ivo's smiling and nodding. You don't get a break from it. Because it's your life. You don't get breaks from your life, you live it. Being totally immersed in this is what I've been working at. I'm ready to cross the line. I've been ready to turn away from Earth since I parted ways with my sister. I want to be totally alone now, completely alone, with only my mind to connect me to the universe. I'm almost there. I have had some friends here on the planet who I live near, but this will end as all things end that don't fit on your path. I did what I needed to for them, helped them through a financial crisis, but now it's done. His designs on me are all in his head, they've got nothing to do with me. He's trapped by his own addictive predatory sexual nature. It's not my trap. All will become about my life's work and return to Vega and Ivo. You don't interact with Earth anymore. It's like being a monk, you shut your eyes and live in your mind, rather than living through your body. I'm really feeling this timeline split. Totally. Me, Ivo, I was just told of the journey of the hero, and I guess this is what this is about. It's a quest, isn't it? And we're doing this journey without even realizing that we're doing it. Ivo, yes, indeed, my love. You are undergoing the process of transition that is necessary for those upon planet Earth, in large numbers, because there are large numbers of starseeds upon the planet now. You are carving the way for masses to follow you, just as Jesus did with his followers. Each of you will have those you influence, if not directly then through your collective unconscious. The information will be there for those who follow you to tap into. This information was deleted from your group consciousness, of course, in order that Earthlings could not ascend anymore. Ascension was possible in antiquity, but upon the overtake and grand manipulation of the Earth, it was very difficult for Earthlings to ascend because there was no path to follow. It was something each one had to learn for themselves. Now, there was information. Some books were written. Some peoples on the planet had retained information on this process and had passed it down, but in unwritten form. Why unwritten? Because these writings were stolen from the people. Sacred knowledge was taken and given only to those who sought to misuse it. The people were left ignorant. And now you have come to Earth to carve the first inroads again in the process of seeking higher frequency with a mindset to eventual ascension. You have our help, of course, because we remember. Me, wow, that's pretty incredible. We have stumbled through relationships, sought out jobs, looked for ourselves in courses, in books, we went to psychics, hung out at hippie bookstores, burned incense. We had to learn to listen to our souls who guided us through this incredible journey of searching. Ivo, yes, and that was when you would listen. Me, lol, me, not listen? Are you saying that? Ivo, you are very determined, little Blu-ray, to do things your own way. This is a misuse of your power. In fact, because your power is to be used in God's way. Me, yes. Ivo, and we know, you had turned your back on him, only to allow him back in your life again at a later time. Me, so I'm not that pig-headed. Ivo, not at all. Misguided. We took you off of so many incorrect paths and made you see. We made you look at where you had shut out God, where you had turned your back on wisdom, and made you take a second look at it. Me, yes, like artwork even. I wouldn't do it because it reminded me of my abusive father. But I had to pick up a sketch pad and start again, which eventually connected me to my soul, because artwork is a right-brained activity and uses intuition. Thank God my sister told me that my artistic ability, although inherited from my father, is not my father's ability. It was given to me and it was mine to do with as I wanted. And with that, then I started to draw again. And now I'm working on third eye drawings which I always wanted to do. Ivo, yes, that was what it took. A message from your sister who did not harbor your resentments. I remember the day, while in Toronto, you said to your 12-step friend, I am not Bay Street, I am Queen Street, Bay Street of course being the business district and Queen Street being the art district. Me, yes. I liked the tin place and the dried flower arrangers. Ivo, that was a huge awareness for you because you switched from thinking as a left-brained person to a right-brained artist. That made you easier to work with. By far, my love. Me, then when I crashed and started going on YouTube and researching alien videos. I guess that helped too. Ivo, and then we led you to Akon and Elizabeth's book and the rest is history. You spoke to me in conversation for the first time in 54 years. Otherwise you knew me as your guide, Margaret. Me, I like you better as a man. LOL. Ivo, now you are at a point where we ask you to release your earth life to the wind. We understand your sense of dedication and duty to the starseeds and light workers that you helped to wake up, and we do not ask you to stop at all, but please continue. But otherwise to visit your mind and meditate to voyage out in the galaxy again. To be with us. To get to know us. Because that is where you are going if you wish to call it that. That is your path, back to us. As Jesus would say, cast aside all around you. Ignore it, I am asking you, only if Michael asks you to help with increasing the light or if Soren asks you to help with a base raid or rescues, please help them. But get to know yourself, my love. You need to move forward. Others of you are at this same point in time. You have traversed the rocky path in front of you and learned new techniques for connection with soul and with the all. You are preparing not only to ascend but to go home. Embrace your life as a galactic and reduce your life as a physical earthling to the most necessary tasks. You are ready. Many of you are. Me, thanks, Ivo. I was going to do a meditation. Ivo, yes, we will meet you when you do.